Cameron Beaubier had an early exit from this season again. He might be back this year, but right now, this just opens up the championship.
Yeah, we're all bummed to see Cam sitting at home on the couch right now, as a lot of the riders have also told us.
So it's kind of up in the air for him right now.
When you're going for a championship, it's a kind of a different mindset. Every point matters. You wouldn't risk it all to get second.
What a launch from Cameron Peterson on that Attack Performance Progressive Yamaha. The Wrench Motorcycles R1 of Bobby Fong, your pole sitter, slots into second as they head off into turn number 3.
Race 1, you always want to kind of get that one out of the way. You want to just get a good result to have momentum on Sunday.
Cameron Peterson, we talked about him and his confidence growing and growing, but it's not just that, it's the mobility of his wrist that's helping him twist the throttle.
Look at the speed Bobby Fong carried through turn 2 though, Greg. That was impressive as Josh Herron now tries to slide up the inside of SDK. It's a big weekend, I feel, for Herron. I think that he can put himself right back in this championship hunt.
We rode hard, we rode good, but I was trying to conserve my arm pump, and I was just thinking like, oh, let's have a strategy, let's stay behind for a little bit, and sometimes it always doesn't work out.
Look at this, Greg. Bobby Fong has now taken the lead from Cam Peterson. Herron knows that when you see a guy get past, you want to strike right away, and you can see him jumping all over the back of Cam Peterson.
I always think like, man, how does he turn it off? You know, I'm racing against his son. At the end of the day, we're all family.
I've kind of been wondering the whole season what it's going to feel like when Bobby and Cam are going at it, and it was more conflicting than I thought it was going to be. But it just came down to my duty as for the team and my rider.
Herron now stuffs it up the inside of Cam Peterson. Cam trying to turn it back underneath him. Not going to be able to make it, so Herron makes it.
I know Herron's a hard competitor, and I knew I had some pace in a lot of places.
Josh Herron goes up the inside and takes over the lead in Steel Commander Superbike race number 1. So Herron, you can tell from his body language, is getting really aggressive.
I just kind of stayed back, and I was going to make a move for sure. Like I was going to try to be clean, but I was going to be very clever. I knew if I passed, he would just kind of study me and counter immediately.
You can see him trying to protect, but he's really good under braking. And I'm not sure what Bobby's going to be able to try. Oh, no, he runs a little wide.
Boy, Josh Herron lost the front there for just a moment.
It was a good race. We got lucky, and he was riding good.
Bobby's got to do the best last 4 turns that he's done.
Protect it, protect it, protect it.
Here comes Bobby Fong. He tries to close the door. Come on. Is he going to have the drive out and get a nice clean run? Is he going to give a race win to Wrench Motorcycles? Here comes Bobby Fong to the checkered flag. And Bobby Fong from Stockton, California on a Yamaha R1 Wrench Motorcycles machine takes the big victory over Josh Herron and Loris Baz. And 8th goes to Jake Gagne. And what a swing we are going to have in this championship. 25 points for Bobby Fong.
Unbelievable.
Knew Bobby wanted to get by Cam and try to pull away, so as soon as he went by Cam, I tried my hardest to get by him real quick. Made a really big mistake going in turn 3, ran way too wide and just didn't have anything for him. Bobby rode a really good race. We got a lot of work to do to catch up in this championship, so I'm putting it all on the line here.
I want to enjoy the moment. When racing gets taken away, it's been taken away a few times in my career, it's you never know what to do with yourself. The older I get, the more I want to enjoy the moment.
Cameron Beaubier watched the Brainerd round at home on the couch while working his way to return.
Watching Brainerd from the couch definitely made me want to be out there, but didn't see myself coming back for Ridge.
How's that when I put the stretch on it?
That's good, yeah.
Just a good like Achilles calf stretch?
Yeah, like if I'm like stretching, like trying to touch my toes, I feel like some weird pull under my ankle. It's like in the tendon or I don't know. It's
like back here, like right here.
No, like right here. It feels super weird. These last couple weeks, I've been able to go start physical therapy, and they've been working on my foot there a little bit. It's been nice just to be able to, get out of the house and do some stuff.
What about when I track it up here?
No.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay when I go all the way up here? Okay. There's a posterior tibialis tendon that comes through there. Kind of attaches here. Anything there?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I mean, you never know. You could have injured like a little ligament or something between the two bones.
You don't realize how much is connected to your heel. You know, you've got your Achilles, your calf, all your toe muscles, your feet muscles, and I really lost a lot of like the stability in my foot.
With that amount of force, you could have maybe injured one of those little ones, but
no, but honestly, like it's feeling a lot better from just like last week. Yeah.
After the big crash and the injury, I mean, you know, already my mind was thinking, well, would it be possible to get back on the bike at the Ridge? Would it not? I talked to his surgeon right after the surgery. I said, what's recovery look like? And he goes, well, Laguna, maybe. That's even going to be pushing it. He's like, you know, structurally it'll be strong, but yeah, it'll be tough. Like, it'll be painful for him.
I talked to Dr. Brian, and the way he put my heel back together, he said it's pretty secure, and he supports whatever decision I make.
Doesn't look like I'm doing anything, but I swear I am.
Graham Rahal had an off week from IndyCar and was able to make it to Brainerd to watch his team compete up close.
And obviously every weekend's an important weekend, and every weekend I'm tuned in and talking to Ben, and I feel like it's my job to give them the tools necessary to succeed, and you know, it's their jobs to put the pieces of that puzzle together, and they've done an amazing job this year. It's great to be here in Brainerd for my first race of the year to see it all and take it all in.
We had the boss here this weekend. You know, he's a really encouraging guy, super down to earth. He's kind of the brain behind a lot of the stuff we're doing, him and Ben. I had to thank him as much as I could because obviously these opportunities don't come overnight, and we've made such major improvements.
Me and Graham, we kind of had a little family vacation with our kids and wives, and it was nice to hang out with Graham outside of racing and get to know him well. He's happy with how everything's going and the series and the team, and looking forward to next year already.
Don't worry about a toe because you're going plenty fast enough. And then with turn 4, run it off in there a little bit. It's banked just that little bit, and that's the bike's working good through there.
My nerves will make me stand. Have fun, okay? I love you. Still get nervous? She doesn't, I do. You. I'm a mess.
You gotta be so proud, man. The way she carries herself.
Oh yeah, I am. It's nerve-wracking. Any other sport, I wouldn't be this nervous.
And a good launch from the front row, and it looks like Division Wheel M4 X-Star Suzuki of Ty Scott, your pole sitter, is going to get the whole shot, and then his teammate Teague Hobbs will slide into second spot.
Corey Alexander slides at 23 right there up into third, and you can see the other Rahal bikes just slotting in behind Matthew Skultz in fourth. So we got a big battle of all these teammates up the front with the M4 bikes leading the way. Here comes Corey Alexander. He's going to have a look.
Corey got a real good start. Kayla did too. Come on.
There's PJ Jacobson. He's already made the pass on Matthew Skultz.
He got around Matt. That's the danger.
Oh, yeah.
On lap 4, Matthew Skultz starts to pull away from the field.
Damn it.
PJ Jacobson moves into second and tries to chase down Skultz.
PJ now slides up underneath Teague Hobbs.
Watch this. Watch.
Teague fights right back on PJ, but he just can't quite get through.
Corey's on it, man.
Come on, get around it. Come on.
The number 23, Corey Alexander, goes up the inside of Teague Hobbs. That's for third position, as now Corey, if he can make this one stick, he's going to try to go after his teammate, but Teague Hobbs fights right back. Yeah, but Corey's going to go up the inside.
While Corey Alexander is fighting for the last podium spot, Kayla is clawing her way forward.
Come on, get up there.
Kayla's riding good, man.
There's a good look at Kayla right now, doing a really nice job running 7th. She continues to try to close in on Mesa.
Her fastest lap of the race is a 34.6. I mean, that's the same Fastest outright lap of the race is our 5th place rider, Jake Lewis, currently. So Kayla right on pace.
She's closing in on Stefano.
Mesa is now back in the clutches of Kayla Yaakov, so there'll be a big battle for 6th also, with a 3rd Rahal bike in that top 7 at the moment. She can try to get up the inside here of Stefano, see if she's close enough to actually make it. Yeah, she is. So she got a good run out of that last corner and goes in and through turn 2. Now she's going to kind of block the right side. Good solid racecraft from Kayla.
She protected too. That was smart.
Yes.
All right, now she can ride away from him.
Dude, this is the best race she's had. Girl. Period.
Oh.
Scholz takes the win over Jacobsen by 8 seconds and pulls within 7 points of PJ in the championship. The 3-rider Rahal team has a season's best finish in 2nd, 4th, and 6th.
We're maximizing what we have at this time, and I'm very, very impressed. To see, particularly today, what Corey and Kayla did was amazing. PJ's been I feel like, in a league of his own all year. He has maximized every opportunity.
Whatever the results are, they are, you know, and sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It's the way it is, and we'll take it and then come back tomorrow and try to win. But yeah, it was a good race for the whole team today.
Hey, we'll take that day. 2nd, 4th, 6th. Nothing wrong with that. Good work. You're killing it. I know. You're killing it. Hell of a job. You should be proud. You should be so pumped. It was awesome. This year, that's your best race so far.
Yeah. No,
by a huge jump. Like everything's starting to click. Great race. We're all very happy for you.
After a successful day at the track, the Rahal team bonds over dinner.
Dad's not here, otherwise he'd be manning the grill and I could just relax.
A Rahal tradition when they go IndyCar racing is they kind of do like a family-ish type dinner. It was just nice for everybody to kind of be in a social setting and not just talking about what's happening on the track and all that, and we could just be a little more relaxed around everybody, and it was nice to have everybody together.
If we're all sick tomorrow.
You're getting a hockey puck, Texan.
I heard the Rahal name was coming to the paddock, and I was pretty interested because I knew, you know, they run a great IndyCar program. They're a great family to be with the whole racing organization.
Am I supposed to trust you with this?
I hope.
Yeah?
I'm making no promises, but it should be pretty solid, okay?
This one's done. You know, if the race isn't as good tomorrow, I'm blaming you. You know that? You know, you don't get to see a lot of the guys you see at racing, you know, at the racetrack outside of a racing setting. So it was a lot of fun. He cooked some good steaks and chicken. They were pretty good, so I'll rate that pretty high.
I grew up loving motorcycles, maybe even more than cars, to be honest with you. Like, I love riding, but like, I do not push a motorcycle. I do not. I never have.
I think everyone that doesn't do what we do thinks we're kind of crazy because, you know, you think about car racing and you have a little bit more of like a security blanket, and with motorcycle racing, I mean, you're pretty much on your own. You don't have anything strapping you into the bike. You're just on it.
Working with Ben has been really interesting just because he's experienced the very tippy top of the pyramid, and so his experiences are a lot of times things that we don't really think about. That last percent that you find that guys like him, they've been there and they've done that, so they know how to kind of help us along, and it's really unique to have somebody like that be here at the races with us.
While this is new to me, I can certainly appreciate a driver, a rider, you know, really putting it together on when the race comes down to the line, and it's been so badass to watch this year. So keep it up, and thank you guys so much.
Between MotoAmerica and Brainerd, the Wrench motorcycle team took a small crew for Bobby and David Anthony to compete in the 101st Loudon Classic in New Hampshire.
We went there to win money. That's the whole reason we went. We had a lot of bike problems, you know, and we haven't had any. We get there when there's no staff, all these problems showed up. It was actually Bobby's bike that had the problems. I just said, I'll give you my bike, you know, because we went there to make money. Bobby's the one that's going to win, I'm not going to win. Bobby the whole time's telling me, no, I'm not taking your bike. So, but I didn't tell him. I actually gave him my bike. Told him that the other bike was sorted and spent the next day and a half getting it sorted. Couldn't tell him the truth on that one, that we gave him, I gave up my bike for him, but he deserved it.
Founded in 1934, the race is one of the oldest motorcycle competitions in the U.S.
So I did the last race on the old one and the first race on the new track. I was trying to be crew chief mechanic. It was tough. I don't know that there was much of a plan. It was just, let's go there, see what we can do.
I swear, I was just saying to Greg, this is 10 times harder than MotoAmerica weekends. Especially when you're trying to do it all by yourself.
First time riding there, the track was pretty dangerous. When I ride, I don't really pay attention to that place. Everybody's on the same track. It's a risk we all take. Such a short lap is pretty damn physical. We had some fun. Track was cool. The people in the area was great, and I'd probably go back next year.
I think we should call it a day and go to the swimming pool. We've got 2 more sessions after this. I've never prayed for rain before, but I might start.
Qualified second. I feel like we had to dial in a little bit more. We're kind of a short man team.
Okay, Bob, let me just get the wheels in and then we'll talk about it. Do you want to do me a favor?
What?
Do you want to pump a little bit of gas for me?
Say it again?
Do you want to pump a little bit of gas
Yeah,
for me?
fine. Yeah.
It's hard to understand the schedules here, you know? This is a nightmare. Don't know what more we're going to achieve in terms of, just we got to decide the tires. That's all we got to really.
I'm sticking with the 3 front. I know that for sure.
A $250,000 purse that pays down to 32nd place attracts a wide range of pros looking to cash in. 55 grand goes to the winner.
J like the letter, I'm making several waves. I know the mission is same. I made a splash, now all of my passes last like running a race with Usain. I keep it coming like this is buffet. And if I'm stumbling, I'm in the craze. Never gon' fumble it. I get the bag and I run with it, gunning it, gunning it, gunning it, gunning it.
Felt like I had some good pace in the beginning, but man, it was my fault. I picked this wrong tire. So I picked this tire that I thought was going to be the race tire, and obviously it wasn't. So I was just kind of hanging on, doing everything I could, and Hayden and Tyler riding good.
MotoAmerica riders swept the podium as Hayden Gillum wins it. Tyler Scott was second and Bobby in third. David Anthony took 9th.
We salvaged a third, got some money, and got some track time.
He didn't get the result in the race, but he was there the whole time, and just tire choice let him down. He made the wrong tire choice, and he knows that. But yeah, had the pace, could have won it, so maybe next year.
Bobby's just riding so good. I think he was the class act on that day as well, truly. Not to take anything away from Hayden and Tyler, but Bob, he's on it at the moment. And I think that carried forward into Brainerd.
I got the bread and I got the juice. I got some dogs and I let them loose. Bring in the storm and this ain't the Zeus. Walk in the skies but this ain't the loop. This ain't the truth. We ain't the same, you ain't have a clue. I'm in the game and untouchable. Cause I got the flame and this is the proof.
The Roland Sands Bagger team decided to sit out Brainerd, giving Bobby an easier weekend, only competing in Superbike.
We're gonna kind of regroup, take the bike all apart, go through everything and make sure everything was just 100%. And it broke my heart not to go to Brainerd because that track suits his style so much, and we've just had so many weird mechanical issues at every race this year. It's just been an unfortunate series of events.
Sometimes we say stuff to our riders almost because we think we have to on the start line, but there's definitely stuff that I think I've got to remind them of. Maybe a little bit of strategy, a simple thing of remember to breathe, remember not to hold on too tight. And for the start of the second race, it was like, Bob, I've got nothing to tell you. Every now and then he gets this look in his eye and he just goes, I am going.
That was a bit of an entertaining race yesterday, and it was so good to see someone like Bobby Fong take his 4th Steel Commander career Superbike win and first of the season.
Well, we knew there was something special maybe at the beginning of the year when he got pole position at Road Atlanta.
In race 2 at Brainerd, Fong took the early lead and ran away with the win.
Today I just put my head down and rode my own race. I didn't think about strategy. I'm gonna go as fast as I can from point A to point B, and it worked out.
This championship is really up in the air. as we saw Cam Beaubier fall over at Road America, it really brought a lot more guys back into this championship. So this man out front is only 8 points out of that championship. And Bobby Fong right now is kind of having it his way. This bike has been working tremendous all weekend long. And so for Bobby, having that clear track in front of him for now is working out good.
And of course, we know that the #1 plate of Jake Gagne, who sits in 6th place, is not at 100% health either. For Jake Gagne, it's about that right hand, right forearm he's been struggling with. As a move has been made, teammate to teammate, Josh Herrin goes by his teammate Loris Baz. As Herrin sees the top two starting to get away, he wants to give himself the best opportunity to try to win this race.
We thought we were going to be competitive, absolutely. But to win a race by 4 seconds or whatever that was, yeah, that definitely exceeds any expectation that we had.
Robbie Peterson, who obviously legend in our sport, crew chiefing this bike. And Robbie Peterson's son's in 3rd right now, so it'll be interesting seeing them all on the podium together. But this has been a dream weekend for the Wrench Motorcycles team and for Bobby Fong. Hats off to them as he's got 2 corners to go.
He looks over his shoulder and sees nothing. He's got to look forward. He has another look just to double check to make sure nobody's going to attack him. Now Bobby Fong through the final corner. He's going to try to lift the wheel in the air, and he gets a little bit of a wheelie and the checkered flag. And Bobby Fong, with back-to-back victories and smiles all around.
That's best Father's Day. I got both my boys on the podium. We're a winner. We're a winner.
32 years old, we're still learning. Been doing this a long time, and it's crazy how much you still learn. It could be just the smallest things, and you just pick it up and try to, you know, do it the next weekend. So we're still learning, we're still fast, and we're just gonna stay smart and stay humble.
We now have Bobby Fong with a true privateer team behind him leading the Steel Commander Superbike Championship standings.
Yeah, I can't believe it, but I love it at the same time.
This is a whole lot more than we could have either wished or even hoped for.
Bobby took over the lead in the Superbike Championship after Gagne finished 7th.
It shows you that teams can come in. If you put the right people around, you can be competitive in MotoAmerica. And that team has did a lot of work this year, a lot of hours throughout the year to catch up, and it paid off for them.
On the next episode, Beaubier returns and questions if it was too early, while Kayla makes a statement at the Ridge.